The very first Master Fair, Leon and Charizard, finally coming back this weekend. A lot of people have been waiting for him, but if you do not have a copy yet, you should probably not scout for him. And why, you ask? Well, let's find out by watching this video. Here we go! Yo, this is Sol, also known as Spielgum, also known as Spatial Gum, also known as Grunt, Yardis Team Skull Grunt, and this is Pokemon Masters EX. Guys, I'll be completely honest, I was not planning on making this video. But you guys in the comment section have been asking me and excited to say, you know, I was excited. I'm looking forward to seeing your Do Not Scout video for Leon, for the Master Fair, so on and so forth. Fine. Here is a Do Not Scout video for Leon and Charizard for you guys. So, this video will be overly negative. I'll try my best to persuade you guys to skip this sync pair, but if you prefer a positive outlook on these sync pair scouts or something, you can check out my February 2023 sync pairs who to scout for video, or if you just want one copy, you can check out my 1 out of 5 or none out of 5 video scouting guide for these sync pairs. But in this video, I will be trash talking Leon as much as possible. So before we begin, guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up right now, as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Takes a second, do it now. And, you know, the usual, subscribe if you haven't, set your notifications on, and tell me in the comment section if you have Leon or not. When did you start your Pasio journey? Did you start on day 1, very beginning? Did you start on day 0? That means beta version of the game you're already playing. Or did you probably start on first year anniversary, you know, whatsoever? Leon came out on the 1.5 year anniversary, if I am not mistaken. So, yeah, before we begin, I would like to give a huge shout out to all my members out there. There are now 4 people who have surpassed 2 years. Congratulations, Luca. You are now in the 2-year members. Thank you so much for your support. I would also like to give a huge welcome to Yuki for entering the Great Ball tier. Thank you for your luck when I was scouting for Sygna-utely Lysandre. That was some awesome luck from you. Thank you so much. And then I would like to also give a huge shout out to my gifters. So if you want to receive a free membership just like these people out there, you know, just be active, be more active in the live chat, in the comment section, in the liking or sharing of this video. And maybe when these people or some other people gift some memberships, maybe you will be one lucky recipient. So, that out of the way, thank you so much once again. Let us begin with the timeline. So, timeline of events or timeline of sync pair scouts. Leon is the last out of the bunch. Leon comes out, well, I'm covering the screen, but Leon comes out on February 18. That is 1 day after Emma. Emma Friday, well, at least in Asia time, Friday. Leon weekend, Saturday. So, first, do not scout, meaning, you know, they are so close. As I already said in my other video, I would like to, you know, out of these sync pairs that come out, the top priority, at least for me, my top priority in these sync pair lists is Emma. Just because we lack a lot of poison types in this game. But I also did a Do Not Scout video for Emma, so check that out if you haven't. But out of these sync pairs, Emma is my top priority, and probably Sygna-utely Lysandre as well. But there are far too many water types and far too many fire types, just like Leon is a fire type sync pair. Number 2, he comes out on February 18. That is the beginning of the run up to 3.5 year anniversary. 3.5 year anniversary. Leon came out 2 years before the 3.5 year anniversary. 1.5 year anniversary. He is a very, very old Sync pair. What is the difference? He now gains access to Gigantamax or Dynamaxing or whatever you want to call it. So he gets a little upgrade, but that's about it. He has been around for a very long time. And you know, he is not gonna last for a long time. He is going away on March 17 immediately. So that is less than 1 month to scout for him. He is a master fair. And compared to the other Sync pairs over here, you know, Poke Fairs do not give you presents. Seasonals give you presents on your first 3 multiples on their regular banners. Master Fairs have a little advantage, which is they give presents on the first 5 multiples. If you are gonna scout, make sure you just scout 5 times maximum for those candy or for those candy coins, power up presents. But that aside, it probably is not worth it to go further because Master Fairs only have a 1% chance of getting the featured unit. 12% chance of getting a random 5-star. But if you have been playing for the longest time and you have collected all the Spotlight Scouts there is to 3 out of 5, you probably do not need those 5 stars except for power-ups, you know, just to 6-star EX your Sync pairs. But you probably do not need those 5-star power-ups. But just in case, Shauna is in his scout. So if you do not have Shauna yet, she's a relatively new Sync pair. She will be available in Leon's, you know, Master Fair scout. So that is probably some, you know, a higher chance of getting Shauna. But Shauna, I have discussed her also. She's not that impressive compared to other supports. So I have my reservations about her as well. Last but not the least, he is so close to the anniversary. The anniversary is February 28, 10 days after Leon. How many gems can you save up within 10 days? It's not exactly a lot. So better off save your gems rather than scouting. And if you really want to scout, then, you know, just make sure you will have enough for the anniversary. Alright, let's move on to the, you know, you can check out my how many gems we can get for an estimate of how many gems we have remaining before the anniversary starts. I'm gonna make an updated one probably after Leon or after Emma comes out, so you can check that as well. But for now, you can check out this video. So, let us talk about his stats. Very quickly, because he has been around for the longest time, this is a fire type striker with 3 different types of attacks. You have a flying type hurricane, you have a ground type earthquake, you have a fire type inferno. The good thing about him is that he will never miss attacks because of piercing gaze. The bad thing about him, well, a lot honestly. He's a master fair, he has a master passive skill which powers up your attack damage, either special attacks or physical attacks. You get to receive less damage from the opponent's normal attacks, but full damage from the opponent's sync moves. So, you know, this thing has a trainer move called Strike a Pose. And what this does is lower your sync move countdown -1, raise your attack and special attack +2, raise your critical attack or critical hit rate +1. And then, by attacking the opponent using Hurricane, Earthquake, or Inferno, you have a 30% chance of restoring Strike a Pose. It's only 1 MP, so 30% chance of using Strike a Pose, bringing Strike a Pose back. You have to use Strike a Pose 3 times in order to max out his stats, which is pretty slow. And, you know, the MP Rekindle, the MP Refresh for Strike a Pose is random. It's taken RNG. Sometimes it's very fast, sometimes it's very slow. It's a little bit hard to buff up his stats, you know, especially when you compare him with other sync pairs that can instantly maximize their stats. For example, one recent one, not really recent, but at least second year anniversary Lily, snap of a finger, maximum critical hit rate, maximum special attack. Snap of a finger. Sygna Suit Serena? Was it Sygna Suit Serena? You know, the one with Zygarde. Maximum special attack, maximum physical attack, I think. And maximum critical hit. Wait. Critical hit rate, no. But maximum attack and maximum special attack. And you have to use Dar Hit Plus for that. So, you know, he takes quite a lot of time. You have to wait for RNG and stuff. And yeah, that's such a shame. And his moves, you know, 3 move gauge for Hurricane, 3 move gauges for Earthquake, 4 move gauges for Inferno. Yes, Inferno is good. It can burn the opponent. When the opponent is burned, they get to deal less physical attack damage onto you. And yes, Hurricane is a little not so accurate, but because of Piercing Gaze, you will never miss your moves. And then he also has a Super Preparation 4, which is probably the best thing about him. By using your attacks, you have a 50% chance of giving yourself a super effective up next for your next attack or for your sync move, or for your max move, which is a new one for him. Now, he has access to G-Max, Wildfire, his Max Airstream, and Max Quake, depending on which one you go for. So, let us watch his max move right now with G-Max Wildfire. Let's do this. Pretty cool, yeah. I mean, it's a nice upgrade to our current Leon. And G-Max Charizard is pretty cool. But the Lucario is... yeah, double damage to the Lucario. And then every single time the opponent attacks you after that, after you use G-Max Wildfire, they will receive Fire-type damage because of the Fire damage field that you set to the opponent's field of play. But this is not permanent unless you have permanent field effects in Champion Stadium. So that's that. Max Airstream speeds up everyone's speed by 2. Max Quake raises everyone's special defense plus 2. And G-Max Wildfire applies the fire damage field to the opponent's field of play. But that is that. And in terms of the passive or the sync move, or rather the sync grid, guys, check this out. If you actually look at my other sync pairs, other discussions for my other sync pairs, you'll know that normally the page is filled up completely. For this sync pair who came out 2 years ago, you only have this amount of space in that list. And then, you know, blue marks are, when the font is blue, that means it affects the normal attacks. When the text is purple, it affects both normal attacks, sync moves, and probably max moves as well. And when the text is red, it affects the sync move. So as you can see over here, he only gets 2 multipliers for either the max move, the normal attacks, and the sync move. And that is, for the sync move, you got Scorching Sync 5. If the opponent is burned, stronger damage, plus the super effective up next that can be triggered by Healthy Super Hit or Super Preparation 4. And then Burn Synergy 3, when the opponent is burned, will be stronger, plus the super effective up next. And that is the only thing that he has for the multipliers. Which is, you know, he does not, you know, before when he came out, he was relevant. And by that, the opponents, or rather, we do not have OP fire types We do not have super OP flying types. We do not have super OP ground types. Leon, when he came out, yes, it was a battle between Leon versus Sygna Red. There was a war happening, but now Leon, yes, DPS probably at number 2. I'm not sure if this is probably G-Max Wildfire for this one. But his sync move right now, after so long, is only at 11. It's pretty low. In terms of ground type, before, he was really high up. You know, before when he came out, Bertha was not there. Clay did not have an expanded sync grid. Courtney was not there. Cynthia was reliant on Sandstorm. She did not have the superpowered, I think superpowered something. She did not have her expanded grid yet. She does not have any sync move multiplier yet by that point in time. Signature Giovanni was not out yet. Signature Serena was not out yet. Leon was one of the strongest, if not the strongest ground type when he came out. And for those for flying types, Lance, I think, was there already. But Lysandre, yes, I think Lysandre was already out. But then Lysandre was a joke by that time. There was no The Rock. Blue was there. Signasuit Ethan. Signasuit, or Anniversary Steve and Anniversary Skyla were not there. The stronger flying types were not there yet. And now that he has been completely power creeped by the newer sync pairs. So it's not worth it anymore to use him as your attackers. You know, he tries so hard to be the best of all worlds. He tries his best to be a jack of all trades. But now, probably before, yes, he was a jack of all trades, but now he is a master of none. Because there are so many other sync pairs that can do the job much better than him. Not a lot of stages, almost 0 stages, unlike his event, have only like 1 weakness. No, there are not exactly stages, except for Battle Villa, that is. There are not stages that have fire, flying, and ground weakness. If you want probably Champion Stadium, you use fire types, you use flying, you use ground. Not exactly putting, you know, Leon and something. You get what I mean, guys. So, right now, he's just power creep so badly that it is not worth it anymore to scout for him. And that's my biggest argument about this sync pair. And you know, he gets us G-Max. He gets G-Max, access to G-Max. But then, this is his sync grid. And there was no change whatsoever to his sync grid. So he does not get power-ups with G-Max Wildfire. He does not get any multipliers. He does not get whatsoever. But my stance on telling you not to scout for Leon might change when he gets access to a 5 out of 5 grid. Right now, there's nothing. But just in case, when Leon drops, or why by the time Leon is out, suddenly the game announces in the 3.5 year anniversary, okay, we are powering up Leon, we're putting a 4 out of 5 grid, 5 out of 5 grid, 2 out of 5 grids, new ones, make him relevant, make him powerful. Maybe that is the time that you might want to revisit the sync pair. And I'm gonna revisit him again just in case that happens. But we have seen Signasuit Leaf upgraded. Her 5 out of 5 grid is super nice. She becomes a total debuffer. And since Signasuit Leaf has been upgraded, you know, Poke Fairs are being upgraded recently. He is a Master Fair. The chances are a little bit lower, but it might happen starting the 3.5 year anniversary. So, I can see Signasuit Red and Signasuit Blue powered up as well. And if you want a fire type, I believe they will definitely power up Signasuit Red, and Signasuit Red will become a much better sync pair than what he is right now. Signasuit Red you know, people still argue that sometimes Sygna Red is better than Leon. And if Sygna Red gets upgraded, definitely he will become much better than Leon, unless Leon gets upgraded as well. So in case, you probably want to invest on Sygna Red instead, who can be scouted in the Victory Road. If you haven't played Victory Road, if you haven't selected Sygna Blue, probably Sygna Red might be better. Probably when, you know, Sygna Red gets upgraded, he might have a rerun. You know, he's gonna be a Poke Fair. And, you know, in terms of, that's Fire type. If you're looking for Ground type, you can always get a Ground type by going to the monthly Poke Fair Scouts. Cynthia is now semi-permanent. She's a Poke Fair, but her banner is always there. So if you want to invest on the banner, and just in case there's a dead month, you can go ahead and scout for her. Or Spotlight Scouts, you know, Clay is good already. You have Courtney is also very good. You have other sync pairs that are also very good. So you can just invest in those sync pairs who can be obtained through Spotlight Scout. Or, you know, 3.5-year anniversary, if you're gonna scout, you might be getting those sync pairs as well. In terms of flying type, there is a chance that the 2.5-year anniversary unit are going to rerun. Probably with 5 out of 5 grids, because the 2.5-year anniversary sync pairs are actually Poke Fairs. That's Anniversary May, Anniversary Raihan, and Anniversary Skyla. And I would say that out of the 3, Anniversary Skyla is the best one out of the bunch. Anniversary May lacks a special defense debuffing method. And by introducing 5 out of 5, she might get this special debuffing method, special defense debuffing method. Anniversary Skyla will just get better than what she is right now. AoE Flinch, AoE debuffing at 3 out of 5. AoE Confusion, which is really crazy. And in terms of flying type attacks, you want to go for her instead of going for Leon's Hurricane, which just hits one opponent. 3 move gauge, Anniversary Skyla. 2 move gauges only, plus a Flying Zone. So, she's much better in a lot of ways. Again, Leon is just here to try his best to be the jack of all trades. But now that he is so super power creep, he is 2 years old, mind you. He just gets access to Gigantamax, nothing else. Just a powered up with Gigantamax, which cool animation. But what does it do? Speeds up everyone's speed. Okay. Do you have a speed multiplier? Not really. Speeds raises everyone's special defense. Do you have a special defense multiplier? Not really. Do you have a fire damage field multiplier? Not really. So, not exactly a lot of changes with Leon, that he just gets access to a little Gigantamax feature just to attract people to scout for him. And that is that. In terms of stats, yes, he has pretty decent stats. He has a master passive that helps everyone raise their stats as well. But that's about it in terms of multipliers you can see over here. Not exactly a lot. That's Galar Flag Bearer, Burn Synergy 3, as well as a super effective up next. And in terms of sync move multipliers, that's only a Scorching Sync 5 and a super effective up next. Meaning, there are lots of better sync pairs out there than Leon. But who am I to stop you? If you want to go for him, you know, go for your faves instead of the meta. You know, don't let me stop you if you are aiming to collect all the Master Fairs. If you are a collector, if you want 1 copy of all the Master Fairs, then by all means, go scout for him. Don't blame me if you get shafted because there's only 1% chance of getting a Master Fair unit. So, if you get shafted, that is 36,600 gems down the drain. So, tell me if you're scouting. But again, if you're scouting, go all in. You do not want to go halfway, then regret it at the end that, oh, I do not have enough gems. What do? I'm so close to scout points, just 1 multi-pull away. But his banner is almost gone. I do not want to spend money on the game. And I do not want to miss him. Now, if you want to scout, go all in. Or else, you'll probably regret it in the end if you fail to scout for him. So that is my advice for you guys. But this video is all about talking trash with Leon. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that made sense. I think I did. He is a very old unit. And as an old unit, he is completely power creep. The Dynamax or Gigantamax feature that he gets is not enough to overshadow his power creep. Unless he gets access, he gets upgraded more than just Gigantamax. Unless he gets a 3 out of 5, 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5 upgraded tiles, or probably tiles that even power up his G-Max, Wildfire, and other max moves. He remains down there because he does not exactly get much of an upgrade. It's better off scout if you want a fire type, better off scouting for Sygna with Lysandre instead, who has an AoE fire type move, was a higher chance of burning the opponent because I think of hostile environment or something like that. So that is that, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, don't forget to let me know by giving a thumbs up as well as leaving a comment in the comment section. And tell me again, when did you start playing this game? Did you start when Leon came out? Did you start before Leon came out? Did you start recently? Let me know in the comment section. Or did you start even before day 1? Beta period. Beta. I played during the beta. I have been playing the game way before most of you guys even heard about this game. Until then, that's it. That is the end of this video. Again, a huge shout out goes to my awesome gifters who have been generous enough to shower these people with memberships. Again, how do you get? Be more active in the channel, chat with us, have fun, be sus but do not be too sus. And thank you to my awesome members as well. Thank you to my 2-year members, Shadow, Phil, Alcin, Roy, Luca. Thank you to my 1-year members, Jeremy, Sasri, Marcella, Kosei, and soon Iwiz. Thank you to my Ultra Bowl tier member, Marokman. Thank you to my Great Bowl tier members, Aurora, Espion, and Yuki. Thank you to my Premier Bowl tier member, Shido Vods. And thank you to the rest of my Pokeball tier members, Iwiz, Tatsuya Gold, Apsaras, Message SPL Gum, Kundan, and Pokefriendo for your support. Thank you very much. And with that said, that is it. Stay tuned for SPL Gum Challenge 6 happening together with the run up to 3.5 year anniversary. And with that said, this is Sol, also known as SPL Gum, also known as Spatial Gum, also known as Grunt, Yardis Team Skull Grunt. And I will see you in the next video. Rawr.